So I just saw
Baby of mine.
so I just saw the reason why you don't cast kids in a main role of your movie. Okay, no, but seriously, I'm gonna kind of talk about my positives of the movie first, and then I'll get into my negatives. But before that, I do want to say that I don't know if I've ever seen the original Dumbo. I feel like I have, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, I've seen scenes that I kind of recall, but I don't remember ever actually watching the movie, so I have no nostalgia for Dumbo. So I just want to get that out of the way. Now, let's get into the things that I liked. Number one, I like Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito is always great, and he's the best. And when he first saw Dumbo flying, he was adorable, and I loved him. Danny DeVito was awesome. Number two, Dumbo. Dumbo was great. He was adorable, and he was the best, and he was like Danny, but just an elephant. So both of them were great. And then the third thing, it's kind of a spoilery thing, not really. Michael Buffer's in this movie, and it's great. Literally, he says, "Let's get ready for Dumbo," and it's the funniest thing. People are gonna hate that, but I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed so hard at that because it's stupid. I laughed because it's ridiculous, but I love that part. And that's where my love for the movie ends. So let's start off with the characters in this movie. You would think this would be a very easy movie to get right. You already have the Dumbo movie, which is super popular. You have this great cast of Colin Farrell, Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Eva Green, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And you think it would be super easy to just fucking nail this thing out of the park, and they fail so bad. All of the characters in this movie are super bland. You have the kids who are the worst actors. First of all, the little boy does shit. He does nothing. There's no reason he should be in this movie. Like, he shouldn't be in it at all. The little girl, she's a bad actress, but that's okay because she's a child, so I understand why you would be a bad actress. So I put it on everybody else. Then you have Colin Farrell, who has a awful accent, and his character is just, it's weird. Like, he has no chemistry with like his kids, and like that's kind of, I guess, the point. But like, when he came home from war, the kids weren't even happy to see him. Like, they lost their mother and they just saw their dad and were like, "Ah, dad's home. That's cool." He's been gone for like forever in the war, but it's fine. And then he had a love story with fucking Eva Green for some reason, and she was not. She was. So her character rides Dumbo at one point, well, at several points in this movie, which I don't understand why they fucking did that. Like, it was, why are you riding Dumbo? The elephant on its own is fine. Just have the elephant flying. And there was one scene where she's like this trapezist. Trapezist? Is that a word? Trapeze artist. Up in the air. And Dumbo's like flying around her. And then she loses Dumbo. And it's shot like a horror scene because she's like trying to find Dumbo. She doesn't know where he is. She's looking around him. And you keep getting cuts of like Dumbo flying past. And then her looking each and every way, and oh my goodness, where's Dumbo? And then all of a sudden Dumbo's in her face and knocks her over. And it's like, it's shot as a horror scene, and it's very fucking strange. It was really weird. And then Michael Keaton, he has nothing to work with at all. And just like, no one has anything to work with. Like, it's just, all of them were bad except for Danny DeVito, because I just love Danny DeVito. So it was just really strange. The CGI was, I want to say it was good. I mean, the CGI on Colin Farrell's arm was good until they just decided to give him a fake arm for the rest of the movie. It's almost like they just got tired of fucking CGIing his arm out and was just like, ah, fuck it, just give him an actual arm. This is too expensive. But the CGI for Dumbo looked great when he was on his own, but holy shit, when Ava Green was flying him, he looked awful. It looked so bad. It looked really, really bad. But when it was just Dumbo, it looked really good. So I mean, there's that. So I'm going to start going into spoilers. If you care about spoilers, most of this is just fucking little nitpicks that I have of certain scenes. So if you want to see this movie, don't. Unless you're taking a kid, don't see this movie. Just watch the original. So, spoilers. We have a scene of how Dumbo got his name. And this is like some fucking Solo, a Star Wars story, name getting bullshit. Like, in Solo, he got his name in the stupidest fucking way, and in Dumbo, he gets his name in the stupidest way. So they call him Jumbo at the start, and they're like parading him around in this fucking stroller, and above it is the sign that says "Dear Baby Jumbo," and then Jumbo like sneezes and he knocks off the J, and then the D falls down, and oh my goodness, it spells Dumbo, and I was like, holy shit. And that scene overall was really bad because, okay, so first of all, apparently elephants can just understand people in this movie. I thought that was kind of strange, but like, whatever. Like, they're literally talking to Dumbo's mom, and Dumbo's mom is just understanding everything. It's like, all right, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, sure, you can take my baby for a little stroll as long as he comes back. And then they literally have this character solely to have him be there to have Dumbo's mom freak out and then gets shipped off somewhere else, because he goes in and tells Dumbo's mom, hey, your son's a freak and no one likes him. And then so Dumbo's mom comes out and tries to protect Dumbo. And also, when Dumbo fucking sneezes and his ears flop out, the other elephants that were parading around with him start like almost laughing at him. It was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what? That was really strange. The next scene scares me for other adaptations. So you have the bubble scene, what I'm calling it. I think it was called, I looked it up and I think it's called Elephants on a Parade, I think is the scene. And I do recall that scene, but only slightly because I think it's fucking crazy. So you have elephants on a parade, and they have that scene in this movie, and it does not translate well because it's a fucking live action movie, and animated movies don't always translate well into live action movies. That's just, that's just how it happens sometimes. That's just how it works. So you have a scene that's supposed to be fucking batshit crazy in the animated movie, and they're like trying to make it semi-realistic, and it keeps coming back to Dumbo for some reason. I don't really get why, but it's literally these bubbles that are fucking dancing and shit, and it's like, what the hell is going on? This doesn't make any sense, and it scares me for other adaptations, because in The Lion King there is some wacky musical numbers, like I Just Want to Be King. I think that's the song. It's been a while since I've fucking watched Lion King, and I have an awful memory. So I think that song is where they have like a whole bunch of animals dancing around and stuff like that. I assume they're going to try and adapt that song. I hope they don't try and do it like this, because oh my god, it's going to look so fucking dumb. And that's the issue with these fucking adaptations, is you just can't, they don't work sometimes. Like, those scenes just don't work, and then you lose the magic of the film in the first place, and then the film doesn't work. So I'm scared for the fucking Lion King remake. I really am. The last thing that I'm going to complain about is at the end of the movie, Danny DeVito is talking to the camera, like literally talking to the audience, and it's dumb, it's stupid, and I hated it. And it's like, okay, thank you. We're just one last fuck you. Great, thanks, guys. Awesome. So, yeah, that's going to be it for me. Like I said, don't watch this movie. I mean, I guess if you're taking a kid, then go for it, I guess. But if you need your Dumbo fix, just watch the original, or just look in a mirror. Boom! Gotcha! Gah! I'm gonna go fucking cry now. I'll see you guys next time. Yeah!